Welcome to This Explainer. Have you ever wondered how some creators just absolutely explode online, rapidly gaining massive visibility and racking up YouTube subscribers in literally just a few days, while others grind away for months with nothing to show for it? Well, today we're diving into a brilliant framework called the pub-lish flywheel to figure out exactly how they pull it off and how you can build that same lasting digital authority.
Okay, before we get into the real nuts and bolts of the framework, I want to hit you with a surprisingly tough question. Does Google actually know who you are? And I don't mean, returning a few random hits when someone Googles your name. I mean, if someone looks you up, is your online presence this beautifully cohesive, structured picture? Or is it kind of this scattered, confusing puzzle where you look like 10 completely different people across 10 different platforms?
Right now, most entrepreneurs, creators, and thought leaders are stuck in that first scenario, living as a collection of scattered links. You've got a blog over here, maybe a video channel over there, a social media profile somewhere else. It is exhausting. But the massive shift we're exploring today is moving toward what we call one verified identity. It's basically the difference between shouting into a disorganized void versus speaking from a centralized, undeniable podium on the internet.
So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll cover the digital identity problem. Then we'll break down the 4 steps of the solution: connecting everything, Google recognition, AI citations, and compounding SEO. And finally, we'll see the flywheel effect in action.
All right, part 1, the digital identity problem.
This 4-step pub-lish flywheel framework is literally the antidote to all that fragmented effort that causes so many of us to just spin our wheels online. It's this incredibly elegant blueprint, and it's built around one super liberating philosophy. You get known once, and then the ecosystem does the heavy lifting to compound that authority for you.
Moving on to step 1, connect everything.
Think about your current setup. You've got your website, your YouTube channel, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. For almost everyone, these exist in total silos. You spend hours, maybe days, creating a killer video for YouTube. You write a brilliant article on your site, you post insights on LinkedIn, but because they aren't structurally talking to each other, your profiles are actually leaking authority. All that hard work is just dissipating instead of building a solid foundation.
So, one verified identity is the result of pulling everything you're known for across those completely separate sites and channels into a singular, trusted hub. It is amazing how simple yet effective this first move is. You literally stop being a loosely associated collection of random URLs, and you finally declare yourself as one unified, recognizable entity on the web.
Which brings us to step 2, Google recognition.
This represents a profound shift in Google's mind. When you follow this framework, you transition from presenting scattered links to presenting one clear entity. By structurally connecting your whole ecosystem, you're essentially handing search engines a perfectly drawn map. Instead of Google trying to guess if the person on LinkedIn is the exact same expert from that YouTube video, it finally just knows. Clarity totally replaces confusion.
Next up, step 3, AI citations.
This is where things get really futuristic. When you publish in this system, AI begins to actually trust and, crucially, reference your content as the source. Large language models are absolutely desperate for definitive, authoritative origin points. When you establish that one verified identity, you're teaching these AI models to view you as the trusted source of truth in your specific niche. You aren't just crossing your fingers hoping to be found anymore. You're actively generating the trust required for AI to cite you when people ask questions.
And part 5, step 4, compounding SEO.
So what is a canonical link? It's essentially a tag behind the scenes that tells search engines, hey, this version right here is the ultimate master copy. Under the pub-lish framework, every single piece you put out utilizes canonical links to point the authority right back to your central hub. It ensures that no matter where your content gets shared, your original business gets the credit. You're literally forcing Google to recognize your authority and push your SEO higher. But, and this is a really important insight, this mechanism doesn't happen overnight. It requires at least 14 days of active posting and sharing to really establish this foundation. You've got to put in that initial consistency.
Finally, section 6, the pub-lish flywheel effect.
Let's walk through this entire cycle because seeing how it all connects is where the light bulb really goes on. Step 1, you connect everything you're known for. Step 2, Google finally gets who you are. Step 3, AI starts actively citing you. And step 4, your SEO compounds.
But here's the real magic. Step 4 loops right back around to step 1. Because your SEO just compounded, your foundational identity is stronger, which feeds the whole loop again. Now, here is a massive tip. This is absolute jet fuel for this loop. Your reach compounds significantly when you invite at least 7 people, like your team members or your family, to share your content. That specific, collective action is the exact trigger that rapidly accelerates your Google visibility and your AI citations. It all really boils down to this. Tie together everything you're known for, and Google finally gets who you are. Then every post teaches AI to cite you and pushes your SEO higher, a flywheel that compounds with every single piece. Think about how much of a game changer that is. You aren't just churning out content anymore. You're setting up this automated, self-feeding ecosystem that works around the clock to amplify your expertise.
You really do have the power to transform your scattered links into a massive compounding flywheel, and I highly encourage you to sign up for pub-lish right now at pub-lish.com to begin building this architecture for yourself. But before you do anything else, just take a second and really sit with this question. If AI searched for your expertise right now, today, would it find a cohesive, powerful entity or just a fading echo? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I hope this completely changes how you view your digital footprint, and I will see you next time.